Hey fellow comrades, welcome back. Today we use a special defensive Empoleon choice scarf for it. That one is definitely gonna take a few people off guard. A somewhat defensive Poliwrath, choice bluffer, in that case is gonna bluff choice scarf in form of Ember running expert belt, having that belt intact. Defensive Tropius, bananas gotta get some action too. And we have in the end a Masquerain running Quiver Dance for her a couple of offensive moves as well as Baton Pass just in case we get some chain going. You never know, but let's get right into it. The biggest threat right now, the most threatening threats currently as it stands is definitely electricity. I have way too many weaknesses to that one. Just in common, my team has got way too many weaknesses to electricity, but that's the thing we gotta handle, and in this case it's an offensive Zapdos. So Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his pressure level? It is definitely to two-shot me. Definitely not the way to go. So I'm thinking, okay, I can probably stay in. I cannot force myself to switch out just in case he old predicts. Plus I cannot force him into roosting. Unfortunately, no way wasting time putting up the rocks. At least I can life stall him a little bit. Probably a better move to go for. But switching out Ember after Empoleon being taken down, unfortunately. And this is probably gonna force him into switching out if the guy wants to preserve his score, that is. It is still early, but I'm pretty sure even at that point of HP he's at, he's probably gonna, save his Zapdos for later on, knowing how important he is going towards my team. Anyways, I'm thinking, okay, Superpower, probably the thing, he's not gonna see it coming, probably Flare Blitz. He's gonna switch out to Blastoise, probably the best answer in that case, just in case I'm a mix of any sort. I should have Grass Knot now that I think about it, but I was not in a position to really predict that hard. And switching out to my Tropius, he switches out to Golurk. I should have Grass Knot there, but I was still too sure that Blastoise is gonna survive it and retaliate with a Scald. Didn't want to take it. I know Ice Punch is something I can take, so I'm just gonna go for Leaf Storm just in case he does stay in, go for Ice Punch. But he switches out to his Amoonguss. This, oh my god, this mushroom, oh. This thing gives me nightmares. I've used it. Personal experience with it, using it and facing it, it's definitely one of the cheapest Pokemon you can use. It's so good. It can go with so many teams because of his, I guess Poison and Grass is not the best typing, but defensively would regenerate and having the ability to absorb Toxic Spikes, this thing is definitely one of the best. And yeah, he's just gonna go for the Sludge Bomb. I make a sub there, predicting the Spore again, avoiding it, and now I'm just gonna switch out to Gym. Probably thinking that I'm gonna maybe make another Spore, I'm not too sure. I'm just gonna go for Air Slash. Let's just do as much damage as we can. We do get enough damage on the Zapdos switch to where Zapdos need to go for the roost. He needs to go for it. If he's gonna T-Bolt me, Life Orb is gonna take him out. And I know for a fact he does realize this is a really important essence to my, going against my team. So I'm gonna take this opportunity to make a great move, Quiver Dance, and retaliate with a Hydro Pump. So let's go, Jim. Go Jim! Yeah, Jim doing work, my friend. So look at that. Hydro Pump totally annihilating Vegeta. Come to realize Vegeta is a bad swimmer, and Life Orb is probably very important in this case because I believe without Life Orb I would actually fail taking him out. So yeah, good move. I guess the person didn't really request me an item, so I just decided to run Life Orb with it. And he's gonna switch out to Zapdos afterwards, and not Zapdos, Victini, and just go for the Ball Strike. I mean, Victini, it's yet another Pokemon that I have mixed feelings against, Staraptor is borderline, weak to Stealth Rocks, and Victini's all-around stats are greater, being one of the legendary Pokemon, and he's got so many great moves, like Bolt, U-Turn, not to mention V-Crate. Why is this thing even underused? This thing should be so borderline if you ask me, but hey, that's just me. I'm gonna go for the sub. I know I can take another one, so it's probably the safer option just in case he does switch out to Amoonguss. I don't have -2, but the guy still takes my moves like it's literally nothing. It's like I'm throwing him cookies and he's just eating those cookies like they're nothing. And I even poison them, but they're still nothing. As you can see, that poison typing, it's so good. Air Slash away. I'm gonna make another sub. Spore is there, of course, predictable, but the thing is, Citrus Bear is gonna activate. I do have the Harvest, but eventually I will need to switch out, and because the Citrus Bear did activate, did get it back with Harvest, I'm gonna lose it now. This is a problem to harvest in some cases, as I was forced to switch out, seeing how much I've been doing to him, and switch out to Embor, starting to realize, okay, he's probably not gonna spore me when I'm under a sub, so I'm gonna take the opportunity to switch out with a sub intact, knowing for a fact that he cannot spore me on the switch. That was my main plan there, and I feel like that was actually a good move, because you know, sporing on the switch to Embor would probably been a very bad scenery I didn't really want to go into. But Fire Blast is something Golurk is gonna need to take, unfortunately. I guess he was putting something else. He's a defensive one, something I'm really not all that familiar with. Defensive Golurk, that's a first. Actually, I faced him twice, this Golurk of his, but that was a completely different game, completely different time, and completely different teams going against each other. But the defensive Golurk is something to consider, I guess. He's got stealth rocks and so forth, pretty good bulk. And not to mention he's got that resistance to ground, not resistance to, you know, blocking the spin, as well as blocking, you know, resistance to rock in general. So it's a pretty good Pokemon, but I'm not too sure how Aggron works with the Golurk one-on-one. As you can see, he's got both of them together on the same team. This one is, of course, a physical offensive one. I didn't want to risk myself being outspeeded. That Embor of mine is actually a little bit of a weird EV spread. He just doesn't have enough EV spread to outspeed a Jolly Aggron, so I didn't want to risk it. So I switch out to my safer bet in that case, being my Poliwrath, and he did Head Smash, doing a lot of damage, but it does a considerable amount where Victini can easily come in and pretty much just revenge me like that. I cannot afford to switch out. Even my Tropius cannot take 2, unfortunately, but that's something that we're just gonna need to deal with. We're gonna see, because this mushroom, look at this, it still has all the remaining of HP. Like, I never really touched this Pokemon before. I'm gonna go for the Sludge Bomb. I cannot afford to switch out, I really can't. Maybe he's even gonna spore me. That would have even been better, because I would rather prefer having this Tropius spored rather than other Pokemon. In this case, Emperor is gonna come in. His Amoonguss is gonna be forced to switch out, and he's gonna decide to switch out to his Golurk. A little bit confusing. Why? Because Super Power is definitely not the thing I would have ever gone for on this particular turn. I'm not too sure if I actually did reveal that I'm expert. I guess I did once he actually protect with the Golurk. I did reveal him I'm expert belted, so he didn't want to risk myself over predicting, I guess, having Golurk as a waste of space. In that particular turn, I guess he started to realize Blastoise is definitely a more important essence to his team, and he does switch out to Blastoise afterwards. Grass Knot cannot one-shot him, and he can get that plus, you know, that boosted Scald on me, Torrent boost that is. I'm just gonna switch out Furt to retaliate. Hopefully he's not gonna get a burn, which he didn't. Gonna throw my body onto him. Unfortunately, Furt is lightweight. It's really not gonna be doing much. Body slam, trying to get some paralyzation. I mean, come on, this is probably max damage, and that previous was probably minimum because of the damage output of the two. I've started to realize, I mean, I'm not too sure, but it really looked a little bit off, you know, a little bit off on the damage. He gets the poison, just great. That is just great. I'm gonna go for the body slam. I don't take it out. This mushroom is just too good. It's just absolutely too good. It's walling my whole team complete. And yeah, it is just a major pain. And yes, I'm just gonna go back to Embor. I'm like, okay, maybe he's gonna think I'm gonna overpredict just in case. No, just hit Power Wave, just clean take it out, please. Clean take it out. Yes, okay, no more dealing with that Pokemon. That thing is gone, finito, kaput. It's dead, it's down and out. Okay, Grass Knot, just relax. The mushroom is down, Grass Knot away. As you can see, it does not take him out. He's gonna go for the Scald, and that is easily gonna take me out with the Torrent boosted water, super effective move. Not to mention it can burn, but definitely not fire Pokemon. And that was the game, unfortunately. I believe he had Blastoise, Victini, and yeah, I believe it ended with a 2-0 score. It was a pretty good match for a random Pokemon Generator team. I had some fun with it. This was of course my first match, because if I look for the best match, then I'm probably gonna bring you guys something that will take me forever to make, and I feel like this is probably a good legit match to upload, where a couple of Pokemon work, a couple of Pokemon just didn't stand a chance. I didn't have, unfortunately, the opportunity to put up the rocks, seeing his team Yeah, but that was that. That's about it for that team. Let's go generate a new team. Let's see how that one is gonna turn out. Yeah. Okay, guys, you know the drill. Pick me a Pokemon. Pick me a moveset. EV spread included. The winning comment I shall name the Pokemon after them. So that being said, till next time. Peace.